We have created our API successfully. Now it is time to create our front end for this API. With this API, we can just make request like this and we'll get the response back. But this is not readable way to show the data. I mean, I'm a developer, you are a developer, you are going to understand, but whoever the user is not going to understand this code. Therefore, we are going to make it very presentable way with little bit of details. For the front end, we are going to use Vue.js. This is a very popular library. If you search for Vue.js, you are going to get this. To continue with us, you don't need to understand Vue.js. You have to know the basics of JavaScript and you are good to go. If you want to learn more, you can just go click on click start. From here you can see the structure, the API, playground, ecosystem, whatever you want to see, all the documents, example, tutorials. You can just take a look at all the section. However, if you don't understand anything, no problem. I'm going to teach you how to use Vue.js as beginner. At the very beginning, in order to create a project, you just need to go to this docs and quick start. You will get this and the command. Before using Vue.js, you must have Node.js version 18.3 or higher. Familiarity with command line. If you don't have familiarity with command line, don't worry, I'm going to show you. You just need to install Node. By default, this npm command comes with Node. So we are going to use that. We are going to use our terminal. If you have PowerShell or command line in Windows, that is totally fine. It is going to work in your system. Just go to the directory where you have created the project. In my case, this is here, and let me make it little bit bigger so you can see it properly. And ls for showing all the directory or files we have in this folder. In Windows, you need to write this command dir. It is going to work on Linux as well. Here I have created the project cden tutorial code. Here I am going to run the command which I have copied. npm create view@latest. I'm going to paste it here and it will ask me for proceed. I'm going to say yes, we are going to proceed, and this is where you need to put the project name. For us it is going to be client. You can name anything you want. We can select the features we want to include in our project. For our project, we are going to select TypeScript and ESLint and Prettier. Okay, so good to go. I don't know actually what this does, so let me just click enter. We need to cd to client folder, cd client, and install all the dependencies we have. Before that, we are going to need a code editor. We can do everything with PyCharm, but we need a text editor that is more of JavaScript friendly. You can use Visual Studio Code. For this tutorial, I'm going to use Cursor AI. You'll get a similar window once you open Cursor AI. You just need to click on this file and open a folder. Select the folder you want to work with. For me, it is en tutorial code, and client is our Vue.js project. So I'm going to open it with Cursor AI, and here I'm going to edit everything. For every Vue.js project, entry point will be source main.ts. In main.ts, what we have actually, we have this app component, which is this one, app.vue, and we also mounting this app component to dash app. This is actually id of HTML at id attribute. Let me show you. This is the id attribute. Inside this div, we are going to write all of our Vue.js code. You can just think like this. In app.vue, we don't actually need all of them. In assets, we don't need any CSS by default. Same goes for main. We don't need all those. Just let's keep this app. Actually, let's keep this A. We don't need this app. Let me save it. And in app.view, this is a Vue.js component. In here, there will be 3 elements. On is template, that is for writing all of kind of like HTML code. Another one is for script. Okay, in app component, let's create a script tag. Script. Actually, I'm not getting any suggestion from my text editor, therefore I'm just writing like this. Script. This is the beginning and ending tag of script. In here, a few attribute will be. First one is setup. By using this setup, we are making sure we are going to use Vue.js composition API, which is the latest one. Let me show you. In Vue.js, there are 2 types of API. One is options and one is composition. You see the code syntax will be different for both of them. Here is hello world program, kind of like a simple program. Let me just change it to option. You can see a lot of code changes. So we are going to learn composition API in this tutorial. So by using this, actually we are just calling this setup in script, so it will be totally global. We are going to use another attribute which is lang. This is going to be TS, stands for TypeScript. Since we are not getting any suggestion, let's look for a Vue.js extension. If you search for Vue, okay, here is official Vue.js extension. This is for syntax highlight for Vue.js, so we are going to use it. I said there are 3 main tag in a Vue.js component. So first one we have written is script, second one is going to be template, and the third one is a style. So this is for writing all of our CSS code. I'm going to make it scoped. If you use this scope, then this style is going to apply only for this component and all the child component of this component. Now inside template element, there will be only one child element. In our case, it is going to be a div. So we are going to take a few class, P6 for padding and MX with maximum width for Excel. All those classes are going to come from Tailwind CSS. I'm going to show you auto. Okay, this is the div we have taken. Now in here I'm going to take another element, header. In header we'll have a few class. First one is flex, justify. It will take all the component in between 2 sides, items, center. It will make everything central vertically, then margin bottom 6. Okay, this is our header. In header we have a h1 heading on with text 3XL. This 3XL is kind of a size of the text. Width of the font will be bold. Color of the text is going to be indigo. Let me paste the text I have copied here. Okay, since we are using only this app component, all the other components are useless, therefore we can just delete them. inside components. We don't need any of them. We don't need those icon either. Let me delete those as well, and let's run the project. To run the project, you need to run the command npm run dev, and additionally make sure you are in the folder which you have created. Before running the project, we need to install all the dependency. You can see there are no node modules folder in here. In the node module folder, you can get all the dependency which you have installed. We listed all those dependency but never installed. In order to install those dependency, you just need to run this command npm install. After installing all those dependency, you will get a folder node modules in here, and you need to run this npm run dev. Let me just copy this command. You can see the suggestion of here. You need to cd to the directory you have created as a project. Then you need to run this command npm install. We are skipping this npm run format. We don't need this. We have installed all the packages successfully. Let me run the command for running the project. Yeah, it is running successfully. Let me just copy the URL and paste it in the browser. Let's see how does it look. Yeah, heroes CRUD.